Raise your horns high and let your spirit flow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Feel the rush, let the loudness grow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show.
We'll get going. But first, though, I mean, it is the start of the NFL season, so we got to catch up. I don't know how your team's doing today, but I know you're a Rams guy. You're a
Yeah.
Rams fan, and they used to be in the NFC South with my team, who didn't do so great today. They wound up bungling things at the tail end, and then Tampa snuck away with a win. But tell me about your love for the Rams, first of all. We could chat a little bit football here for a few minutes.
You know, I kind of became a Rams fan when I was a kid, and because I grew up in Portland, Oregon, there we didn't have a team, and you kind of I don't even think back then there was a Seattle Seahawks. You kind of had to
Probably
pick.
right, yeah.
I picked the Rams, LA Rams, really because of Roman Gabriel.
Ah,
I'm old, and Tommy Thayer picked the 49ers. So we've always been head to head, me and Tommy Thayer.
yeah.
I was a Rams fan as a kid, you know. I mean, and I don't even know what happened today. I've been able to even look at it. So
I mean, you could always watch replays anymore or
Sure.
watch highlights. I'm afraid to watch the highlights because I know what went wrong in the game I was talking about, Tampa Atlanta. But it's the beginning of the season, and I guess somebody's got to lose, unfortunately.
Great story though.
Yeah.
On the Monsters of Rock cruise a few years ago,
Hmm.
we were picked as the halftime.
I was there, so I saw it. I'll say this though before you tell your story, because it's interesting when there's something, a band, entertainment that you want to see, it goes by really fast, and it seems like when there's stuff you don't want to see, it's just kind of like, okay, let's get on with the game already. But I know you guys were playing on the pool stage, and yeah, what a hell of a cool thing for you, I imagine.
Well, they told us kind of last minute that you guys are the halftime show. I go, you gotta be bullshitting me. So I said, okay. He says, well, how long? Nobody knows. When they come back, the game goes back on. They play the
Right.
game, big screen up on the pool deck. So I said, that's fine with me. We're opening with Hold On to 18. We'll get that in there, and then whatever else we want, we can get it done. It was so much fun. The crowd was crazy good. And then the Rams won.
Yeah.
I just stayed on the deck the whole time afterwards to watch the rest of the game, And I like, what an exciting thing, for Black and Blue
Sure.
to be for the halftime show, for
Right.
winning the Super Bowl on a boat in the middle of the ocean. Fantastic.
Yeah, and then you couldn't beat the screen you were watching it on. Oh my God.
From the stage, it was just great. I got to say, I don't think Larry Moran, who runs the Monsters Rock Cruise, even knows that I was a Rams fan, but they gave that to us, and I was like,
Okay.
over the moon, as they say, or whatever.
Sure.
It was fantastic.
See,
Good.
and here I was thinking, I was like, this was calculated because they must have known how big of a Rams fan you were, and going on, boarding that thing. It's like we knew who the teams playing in the Super Bowl were going to be.
Yeah, you know what? He might have known. He might have. I don't know. But I definitely thanked him for that show. That was a very great. That was the slot of the cruise,
Right.
And, hey, little Black and Blue got it. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So I know when I spoke with you sometime this spring, I know you said you had a few things coming up, new tunes. Obviously, we'll get to that. But I think one of the things you were alluding to was probably being part of this Kiss landlocked cruise, which has got to be pretty cool for you because you get to hang with some old friends.
Yeah, it is going to be cool, and it's essentially the Kiss cruise only in a hotel. So there's no ocean, there's no destination. The only water is in the pool, but they Kiss. If anybody who's been on a Kiss cruise, and I've played a Kiss cruise before, knows that they do a really great job at organizing that situation. And and it's fun, and it's going to be a blast for all the Kiss maniacs that show up at the Virgin Hotel in Las Vegas in November, because they are going to love it just like they love the cruises.
Right.
And there's going to be all kinds of events, entertainment. Black and Blue will be closing it down, I think, on Sunday with also Bruce Kulick.
Nice.
But I love seeing Gene and Paul playing all those old classic songs.
Mhm.
You know, there'll be no makeup, there's no bombs, but it's to see them playing, you know, the great old songs. It's got to choose what, you know, you name it. It's so cool to see, you know.
Yeah. That's awesome. There is, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is going to be a Thayer St. James set. Is that right?
Well, okay. No, there isn't. Now, since
There
that
isn't.
bag,
Okay.
I guess we're going to talk about the Black and Blue music. But
Yeah.
Thayer,
Okay.
first of all, Tommy Thayer will be joining Black and Blue
Okay.
for the last part of our set.
Ah,
Whatever.
okay.
Tommy gets to choose whatever he wants. So we'll let him pick what he wants to do, and he'll come up and play, you know, 4 songs with us or something like that. The Thayer St. James thing, we are announcing, we are launching a brand new Thayer St. James CD that is going to be released on that day in that hotel with 6 brand new songs that we wrote and recorded in 2025. And it's so good. And it's going to be, we're going to launch it at the Kiss convention, the Kiss Cruise, Kiss Hotel.
Mhm.
Let's call it the Kiss Hotel.
Yeah, let's do that.
And we are going to play it and talk to people and sell them right there and sign them, have a big party regarding Thayer St. James. Now, if you don't know, a couple of years ago, we released Thayer St. James, The Lost Tapes, which was 5 songs from 1989 after we were off Geffen and working with Gene Simmons, possibly to be on the Simmons label. And we'd recorded these 5 songs, and then everything got shelved because Tommy ended up just quitting the band, essentially. So we got them and dug them up and saved them and put that out, and it did well for us. So I talked to Tommy and said, "Hey, how's about Thayer St. James 2? We should do it."
Sure.
But this time it's all new music, and I'm excited as hell about it. And we Blue doing some songs now too. So what a great! I'm a busy guy.
You are a busy guy, and I think one of the things that I pester you about was new music, and here you are rolling out a couple different things. You got some new Black and Blue music, Thayer St. James. That EP, that 5-song that you released a couple years back, that thing sold out because I know I snatched one up as soon as I saw it was on sale. So that's got to be pretty gratifying. The fact that you guys moved all those units, huh?
Yeah, we sold out, and I have a half a box. They come in little bunches of boxes, and I have a half of one left. I don't have enough to ever put it back up for sale. We might reprint them with the launch of the Thayer St. James new CD. I don't know. The cat is out of the bag because of what Kiss put. I want to talk about this, but I guess I will. It's called Bombshell, and that's Thayer St. James Bombshell that's coming.
Bombshell.
So everybody's going to get to find out in November, but so that's brand new music. What the Black and Blue, those are 2 songs that Tommy and I wrote long time ago that we demoed them up, but they never made a record, and they're really good songs. And so this was actually Patrick Young's idea to put together. Basically, it's to say, hey, we're alive. Black and Blue's still together. Listen to what we can do, because we're still a great band. So because there are songs that were written by me and Tommy in 84 and 85, it sounds so Black and Blue, so like the original, Black and Blue records. So, and it's good.
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
I didn't even do anything.
I don't know. I think it's when our new addition to the conversation showed up. So Jaime, this is Evil. So he sits in on this. Evil, we were just talking about the new tunes. You got Lifeline, right? And Mr.
Green.
Yes, there you go. And they do have this old school vibe to them. And like I was saying, I can attest to that, being that I go way back with Black and Blue. There was no when you I guess when you unearthed, when you discovered these songs were in existence, I mean, there was no, I would say, you wanted to keep them old school. There was no direction to maybe make them more contemporary or anything like that. You just kind of wanted to stick with the old
You know
school
what?
sound.
I don't even know what contemporary is anymore.
Well, that's true. You're not sounding like Disturbed or something.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. I am. I'm stuck in what I know, and that's the way
Mhm.
it's always going to be with me. I'm not changing. But it's we wanted to do them justice with the new band and a brand new recording, and luckily I can still sing, so
Sure.
it's all good. I mean, the songwriting is what counts. I'm
Hmm.
a song, and that's what's most important. If you don't got a good song, you ain't got nothing. And
Right.
so the songwriting was there. It was easy for us to do. It cost money. So here's the deal, kids. We spent our own money to do this, and we did it right. And so it costs some money. So if we make our money back, then maybe we can do some more. It's just downloadable right now. Somebody might pick it up for something. I see my phone doing something weird.
Yeah, we're trying to show the page because this is on Bandcamp, and I think a lot of folks are familiar with Bandcamp. It's like that
Oh,
platform
okay.
where
I
people can
okay.
buy download music, but then they also do some old school stuff too. That are Jamie, where they sell like cassettes, they sell CDs, they sell LPs, vinyl, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's something that I think is really pretty much up your guys' alley because you're trying to do some of the new school stuff, but also old school stuff as well, right?
Yeah. Well, we're I mean, as far as music goes, we're going to sound old school. I mean, that's the way
Hmm.
it's going to be. We're not going to change. But it's I'm the Thayer St. James thing is brand new music,
Right.
and not Black and Blue. It's Thayer St. James, so it's slightly different than what Black and Blue does, but it is so good. Now the Black and Blue stuff is who knows. This is the tip of the iceberg. If
Hmm.
if we if this works and if we make our money back, we're not nobody's getting rich off this, but if people download it enough, we will maybe do more. Maybe we'll press some vinyl. I don't know. Anything's possible.
Right.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. See what happens and to let people. It's like a hello out there. We're still alive. This is Black and Blue. Guess
Hmm.
what? We still kick your. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Right. Right. I don't know if you want to ask anything there,
Look
Evil. I
forward
mean,
with-
go for it.
I was just going to say Lifeline's rocking, man. I've
Yeah.
been cranking that all week, and I think everybody should check that one out immediately. I know recently you guys played out in Ohio, and I was watching video of that, and man, that looked like a humid, sweaty, hot. I was really impressed that you guys were out there in your black leathers and in that heat.
It was hot. I thought, oh, we're going to get lucky because we go on at like 7 o'clock. So I thought it'll be fine. Hell no, the sun was still burning us. And it was a 90-minute set. So I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's go out. It was hot. It was hot there, but it was a fun thing. It's called Picktown Palooza outside, was it Columbus? And
Yeah.
Mhm.
in Ohio, great promoter, great people, treated us great. We had a fun time in the sun with a bunch of people, man. Great.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, okay, so we got Kiss Cruise Landlocked covered. We got new tunes covered. How are you? Have you been doing the new tunes in the set or a new tune in the set?
We are putting the set list together now.
Okay.
Right now, the idea, I'm going to be flying up to see the whole band, the Black
Hmm.
and Blue, all located in Portland, Oregon,
Right.
in Southern California.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fly up there and we're going to try to shoot a video for life.
Oh,
And if it comes out good, we'll release it. If it doesn't, we'll throw it right in the back seat and drive it off a cliff. But if it's good, we're going to use it. So there's a possible video coming. I'm
nice.
going to be going up to Portland, Oregon in a couple of weeks, and we're going to shoot this thing. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't like Black and Blue's never released anything shitty. We're not going to start. So if it looks good, if it works, that's great. We're on a limited budget. There's no label. There's nothing. It's just us. So we are going to do our best. And so that's going on. And while I'm up there, we're going to rehearse. We're probably going to put Lifeline in the set.
Mm.
So we'll have a new song in the set. It's kind of exciting, honestly. After we same songs to choose from for 40 years, now we got a new one. So.
Right. So, and then here on your page, I mean, basically that's where folks can buy the downloads or listen to bits and pieces of the song and get a sample of for, before they buy it. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that this picks up some steam, and then you guys are releasing like an EP of, another two and these two Black and Blue songs on a CD or something. I mean, that's probably the way to go, I think, right?
Well, that's what we would do if it, like I say, it costs money to record. We're not home studio guys. We like to use a real studio with really good equipment and somebody great at the helm. His name is Rob Diker, and he's did a fantastic job for us. And we'll do it again if enough people want to download it. Now you can get to the download on any of our social media platforms. On blackandblueofficial.com. Facebook, Black and Blue, Jamie St. James, wherever you go, you could find it and just go to Bandcamp and download it. And it's only $5 for these two killer songs. And I think that's a great thing. It's great. It's not that much money,
No.
And so it cost us it cost us a lot to get it to sound this good. You don't get that good of a sound, cheap. With a little home thing, like we're not that good. We're not the studio stuff.
Yeah. That's not how that goes. But
so love to do. We're talking to some other people right now about maybe releasing it in another way. But right now it's available that way, and maybe we'll do more. We'll see what happens. But it's if you listen to it, you can just go. You can go to that one of those links and go to Bandcamp, and you can hear it. You can hear it before you buy it.
Right. Nice. Okay, so they can get that wherever, any of your social media, the official page, everything.
Yes.
As we were just talking about one of the highlights. I mean, you performed it on the cruise as the halftime show as your Rams were playing. I mean, there's a lot of accolades here for Black and Blue. I mean, Oregon Music Hall of Famers. There's also, you guys did that reunion show at the old Key Largo, way back when, and recorded it and released it. I was there as well. So I mean, lots of great Black and Blue history here, and then there's also just some of the history with you guys at the various different venues. The Roseland Theater, which was Starry Night. I mean, there's flyers, posters of you guys all over the place. I mean, what's been your highlight at this point in your career?
Jeez. Well, there's been a lot of them, regarding did play the Starry Night a lot back in the days, called Roseland now, I guess. Right. Yeah, right. And we did very well there. It was always a blast. We played New Year's Eve show there, and that was killer. It was a great gig. Highlights for me, listen, in 1983, you have to remember, I got a record deal. I'm 23 years old and I got signed to Geffen Records. That's a highlight. I had been trying to get signed by a label since the mid 70s as a young teenager. I kept coming to Los Angeles. I first came, I think, in 1976. And to go try to get a record deal. I did showcases for Warner Brothers. We talked to Chrysalis. We had this was bands before Black and Blue, and I did a lot of stuff like this. So to finally get a record deal, that was like in the old days we'd say, I want to make it. To make it would be get a record deal, But to go to Germany, record the first album, fly back to Los Angeles, and then head out on the road in Van Halen's old tour bus to open for Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I at that point, by that time I was 24 years old, and it was Van Halen's bus. Everybody knew that because it had zebra print, everything was zebra inside. But that's an amazing thing. I saw Aerosmith open for Three Dog Night at the Memorial Coliseum.
Right. Yeah.
In 74, I think it might have been.
Yeah.
And then here I'm with Steven Tyler, and I'm telling him that. And he goes, "You saw us? That's the first time we were on the West Coast. He goes, you were at that show? I go, yeah, I was like 13, 14 years old.
Right.
He goes, you're opening for me? And I go, that's right.
That's awesome.
Now show me the harmonica. And he did.
Nice.
So you look, the whole ride in the 80s is a highlight. It knew things all the time, you know. Going to Canada and recording Without Love with Bruce Fairbairn and Bob Rock and Mike. And then getting done with that and heading out on the road opening for Kiss on the Asylum tour. Well, it's just, you know, that's dream come true for a kid from Portland that, you know, just used to go to concerts everyone he could go to and look up on that stage and say, oh my God, I got it. This is what I want to do in my life, you know.
Right. Yeah. Oh man, lots of stuff. And then you guys were on the original Metal Massacres album with Rat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that was another thing that I remember picking that up and going, "Holy shit, they're on here."
Let's not forget Metallica on there.
Oh, that's right, Metallica. Yeah, we can't forget Metallica.
We did a demo of Chains Around Heaven at a studio, Recording Associates, it was called, in Portland, Oregon, and we took an ad out in a metal magazine, and it turned out it was Brian Slagle's magazine, and I think we must have sent him a demo, and we just took an ad out that we were playing down in Los Angeles because we hadn't moved there yet, and so we wanted to advertise. And we sent him that tape, and he contacted us and said, "Hey, you want to be on this Metal Massacre?" And I was, well, yeah, sure. We were on a record all of a sudden, you know. It was pretty cool, really good.
Yeah, nice. And then you mentioned the Gene Paul connection there, and you know people you idolized. You're on tour with him as well, kind of like with Steven Tyler and Aerosmith.
Well, it's the same thing with Kiss.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Look, I saw Kiss in '75 at the Paramount Theater. Rush opening up. Rush was just touring for Fly By Night, so Neil Peart had just joined the band, and you know, I was right in front of Paul Stanley at the tour after that in '76. They had made it to the Coliseum after Kiss Alive came out. I saw them before Kiss Alive came out.
Wow.
They kind of went through the roof with Kiss Alive. I saw that, and I was right below Paul Stanley, just looking at him. You know, thinking this guy is amazing. You know.
Yeah.
I can tell you a funny story if we got time.
Sure.
Yeah. I wanted to look like Paul Stanley, you know. So, and my hair, it kind of looks like that in a certain way anyway. But I didn't know how to do it because I was only 14, 15. So I walked up the street to a beauty parlor, and I went in there. I said, "Can you make me look like this?" I had a picture of Paul Stanley from Circus Magazine. And then this old lady goes, "Yeah, sure, kid, I can make you look like that." I walked out of that goddamn place looking like Lucille Ball. It was a horrifying moment as a kid. They messed me up. Oh my God, I looked horrible. I went home. What have they done? I had this weird afro. It was terrible. But anyway, it was good.
But we can't forget you and Tommy were also in a Kiss. What would you call it? I guess a tribute band, right? I mean, because you guys, I saw you guys a couple times in that band, Cold Gin. And do you still have the chops to be Peter Criss?
Oh, sure I do. Yeah. You know, okay, so it was a tribute band before there were tribute bands. There were only two tribute bands that I knew of, really. There was Atomic Punks that did the Van Halen thing, and then we were Cold Gin, and we did Kiss, and we did full makeup, full costumes, everything. We had a Kiss sign even in back of us, which Gene would always say, "You know, our lawyers are going crazy without that Kiss sign. We've got to get that down." Yeah, but Gene and Paul would come and see us all the time, and we toured the country. We toured Japan with that, and yeah, I mean, I still play drums. I have a drum kit. I still play. In fact, on the new Thayer St. James CD, I played all the drums.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. It's really all me and Tommy, what it is. But anyway, that's coming.
Yeah, that's coming. We'll catch you. We'll catch you for that.
Whole thing on that once it's
sure
out there, because you'll hear it and you're gonna love it. But so yeah, I can still play drums really well. I play guitar just well enough to write songs, and that's all I need.
And you're also, I think you're in a Cheap Trick tribute band too, right? So
a Cheap Trick. That's right.
Okay. All right.
And we don't play much anymore, but we've been doing it for a while. We played around a lot. It's fun. It's fun. Well, Robin Sanders is my favorite vocalist of all time. So for me, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, I'll do that. You know, I mean, they asked me if I wanted to do it. And I think they used to have a girl singer before me.
Oh
And
wow.
I said, yeah, I could do that. You know, but so it's really, it's just fun. It's pure fun for me. But here's the key. You got to keep singing. If you stop singing, your voice goes limp. You know, it doesn't. You got to keep it up. And so to doing that, Black and Blue doesn't play a ton of shows a year because we wait for the good ones. We don't get in a van and go play some crap hole somewhere. We just don't do that anymore.
Right.
But so I need to sing. So that's very helpful to be in that situation over the years. I've been in the band for a bunch of years, and it's great to sing. You know.
Right. Nice. I don't know. Do you have anything, Evil? I'm
I got
taking
some
over the
things, for sure.
conversation here.
So one, I'm thinking here, you're on the Asylum tour.
Yeah.
That was when they busted out the Biggest Kiss logo and lights and stage. So did you get? And they only used that for so much time, right? Before they pulled it off and did something else.
Well, it was the biggest Kiss sign I ever saw. It was insanely huge. That was also Eric Carr was in the band. I got to know Eric Carr, who was a sweetheart of a guy. But yes, they had that. This thing was huge. The logo behind him was like massive.
Massive.
They probably didn't use it for any other tours, you know, but it was big. Yeah.
And then I'm thinking you're working with Fairburn in Vancouver. That's before everyone else really started using that studio. And I mean, who else before you guys?
Well, Bon Jovi, right?
That's
Bon Jovi actually
was
used,
after them, though. I think.
it was after them because they used them because of you.
That's correct.
Right.
John Jovi told me that to my face.
Yeah.
He's the whole reason why we did Slippery When Wet with Bruce Fairburn was because of your album Without Love. We put it on and said, holy shit, we got to use these guys. And no one used them. We took a chance because we were listening to old Loverboy records and
that's what I was thinking.
guys could get a good sound. And Geffen thought it was a good idea. So we went and did it. And it did once Bon Jovi used them because of us, it went through the roof. And rightfully so, because they're great. You know, great studio. Bob Rock is a genius behind the board. Bruce Fairburn was so good at what he does. Mike Frazier, who went on to do a lot of records on his own, was our second engineer. He was like plugging stuff in, you know. It was a great team, and yeah, we kind of got that started. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, other than I think, well, you said the guys up in Canada who were the home team, but other than them, I mean, you guys were the first ones I think to go up there and use that studio.
Yeah. Boy, and there was also Bryan Adams was mixed in there as well, and that's how we got hooked up with a guy named Jim Vallance. Jim Vallance wrote with Bryan Adams all his hits, and so we went over to Jim Valance's house, and I started singing Miss Mystery, and he goes, "That's what we're working on," and
nice
with Jim Vallance. Yeah, a lot of talented guys up there in Vancouver.
Yeah. And you also did backgrounds on Loving Every Minute of it, right? I mean, you were on there
for 12 hours.
For 12 hours.
Wow. Yeah, I for all night long. It was insane. That's a Mutt Lange song, right? And the engineer was Tom Allen, I think is his name, Allen. The guy that does Judas Priest.
Yeah,
Judas
Priest.
Yep.
Yes, and he was English, and they got us in there, and I thought, well, it's a Mutt Lange song. I got to sing. I'll do it. I'll sing. You know, so I'll sing whatever you need. And all night long, you know, just that song. You know, I sang it over and over. So many takes. It's crazy. They just wanted to layer it huge.
Yeah.
Touch that dial, turn me on, stop me like a motor, make me run, loving every minute of it. It's still stuck in my head.
Yeah. Did you have to change the dial every time you heard it? Because I mean, it got pretty big, and then the video came, and then it was everywhere.
You know, I enjoyed hearing it. It's funny because Tommy and I went to the Forum here in LA and watched Loverboy that year, and they played the song, and Tommy looks over at me and goes, "I'm hearing your voice." I hear you. And they had me sampled, and they're singing along with me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
it was funny because I just saw, well, not just last August, I saw Loverboy twice opening for Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean Reno, I mean he's got some wear and tear, but I mean overall he still sounds pretty good.
I've watched some YouTube of him, and I think he sounds pretty good. He still hits
Yeah.
that high, turn me loose. He's doing good, you know.
I got a question for you though, because you've seen how how he holds that mic, right?
How does he? I'm not sure. How?
He,
I
he
sure.
he has it like way far away from
Oh, I
his
don't.
mouth. What
Yeah.
how what is that? I mean, you're a
I,
singer, you would know.
I eat the mic. I
Yeah,
gotta.
that's what I'd be
That's the way I
doing.
do it. Yeah.
I don't know why he does. I mean, there's mic technique. Sometimes you can pull
Sure.
it because I put out a lot of volume. So
Right.
sometimes I'll back off it a little bit when I'm
Mhm.
singing some words. But I don't know. I don't understand that. No, I don't
Yeah,
get.
that's I was just like, what's he doing? I mean, he's the only person I've seen do that.
I gotta watch that now. I gotta
Yeah,
watch.
you got to keep an eye. You have
Yeah.
to watch
I've
a
noticed it
whole
too.
set. I think probably off the Hagar tour because that's probably a 45-minute set that they had for that. But yeah, he was doing it and he did it both nights, and I was like, what the hell's this guy doing? I'd seen him doing on video, but yeah,
Uh,
something different there.
yeah.
Um, Okay, so a couple questions though, and there were a couple tunes, "Rock On" from the In Heat album, that also got repurposed at one point by Gene Simmons on that Doro Pesh album,
That's correct.
which was pretty cool to see that happen. If you're a Black and Blue fan, I want to get your take on that, and then also Kiss or Gene repurposing portions of your music in Domino for the Revenge tour, the Revenge album rather.
Well, yeah. So, well, Gene Simmons really liked, what we were doing because Gene Simmons produced In Heat, and then he went on to work with Doro and a solo album for her, and he brought that to the table for her to do. I think only heard it one time in my life,
Hmm.
uh, but yeah, it's kind of cool that happened. As far as the Domino thing goes, Gene just. I mean, I said, I go, hey, I heard the song, and I go, hey, I know what that is. He goes, oh, you're right. I ripped you right off.
Yeah,
There's a question about stole it. I stole it from you, and I go, okay, that's all right.
that's all right.
I'm not. Actually, it's okay. It's fine. That riff is totally Tommy Thayer's riff, and everybody knows it. I think. Sometimes when we play a show, somebody will yell out, "You stole that from Kiss." I go, "You
Yeah,
got it backwards."
yeah, he got it backwards. Oh my God.
Okay.
I don't know if you have anything else, Evil.
Yeah. Well, I was
Go
going to
for it.
bring up, I think, ladies and gentlemen, I first saw Jamie St. James fronting Warrant when you
Oh,
stepped in my opinion, to save that band at a time when they were having a whole lot of crisis at the front vocal spot. And I went and saw you guys at the Roadhouse outside Sacramento, California. It was a packed place, and you guys killed it.
I enjoyed my time in Warrant, and for the most part, it was really a lot of fun. Yeah, well, it was interesting when I joined the band because there was only Eric Turner and Jerry Dixon were the only ones original members in it with Jamie. When I joined the band, Joey Allen came back, and then after a couple of shows, Stephen Sweet came back. So it was the original band with me. That was kind of special, It was kind of
Yeah.
all the original guys back, and I think I did a really good job. I had a couple of shitty shows, but for the most part, I did a great job, and I think it was a good time. It was fun. Janie came back, which was exactly what should have happened, but unfortunately, it didn't really work out too well. And God bless them, they got Robert Mason, and they're still at it. So I mean, I've always liked those guys, and they're great. They're a great band. Janie Lane was a very talented guy, and let me tell you something: not easy to step into his shoes vocally. Not easy at all.
mm,
And that's why I was so impressed, because you, in my opinion, you knocked it out of the park that night that I saw you. And I knew that was not an easy task.
I don't get to cheat because I'm the guy that replaced him. So I have to sing everything like the record. I can't cheat and change melodies around. It was just, I mean, I felt I had to do exactly like the record as close as I could. And that's not an easy job, but it's not an easy job to replace a singer ever. It sucks.
Yeah.
Terrible for the band. It's terrible for everybody, but I'm glad I did it. I learned a lot. I actually, it helped me with my vocal style a little bit because I had to sing a little differently like him, and I put that into myself, it's with me now. And so, thanks to Janie, he kind of helped me improve as a singer, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. It's fun times.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, how are we doing on time? I think we just about
we
sucked
wanna
up
hold you up too much.
the time we
Let-
had, but
Let's wrap it up with the Black and Blue. That's
Yes.
here. Black and
We
Blue,
should.
2 brand new songs. Old songs are new again, recorded by the band as it is now,
right.
with Brandon Cook and Mick Caldwell on guitar, Pete Holmes on drums, Patrick Young, and Jamie St. James, original members, and it's killer. It's great. It's 2 great songs that you can download for a cheap price.
Mm-hmm.
Go to any of our social media, on the Bandcamp thing. You'll just download it for $5. You get these 2 great songs they're going to make you go back into the 80s and drink a beer or a whiskey. Crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, you're not kidding. So yeah, we'll end it there. But we're going to drag you back into this so we can talk about the other thing sometime at the tail end of the year, I think. So we'll definitely do that.
The launch is in November at the KISS thing. So
Yeah.
when we do that, then I can talk more about that.
Oh yeah, no problem. We will do that. So thanks for popping in for a little bit, and yeah,
My
I mean,
pleasure.
best to you, the band, safe travels. I look forward to seeing that video. I think anything that's live performance is probably going to be pretty representative of what you guys do on the stage, and should be pretty kick-ass. So
Yeah, it's going to be a live performance video. So
nice.
Let's just hope it turns out well.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed. But
in the meantime, everyone do what I've been doing. Go in your car and turn the stereo up full blast and kick the windows down and put Lifeline on, and it's old school Black and Blue, man. It's awesome.
It is. Just go on Bandcamp through our social media and just listen to it. You can listen to it before you buy it. But just remember, we need you to buy it so we can do more.
The money, yes.
You see how that
all right.
So
yeah.
all right.
Absolutely.
And it rocks.
Man.
Yeah, it does rock. Thanks so much, Jamie.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Raise your horn.